Jim, give us a little bit of an evaluation of what you saw from Charlie Morton.
I saw kind of what he did last year, and not only in the championship series, where he beat the Yankees, but also what he did the last 4 innings against the Dodgers in Game 7. So, you know, overpowering fastball anywhere from really 94 to 98. He could make his pitches, good breaking ball. There's one right there to Beckham. He threw in some change-ups, got a little fortunate on a great defensive play on a line drive off the bat of Caleb Joseph. But, you know, while he's doing all this with adding, subtracting, they're on the way to getting him, 6 runs. So, again, he pitched very well. His velocity's gone up. He's healthy. He's had a litany of injuries from Tommy John to hamstring to sports hernia over the years. But he seems perfectly healthy. And, you know, whoever scouted him, I know I talked to Dean Albany, Orioles scout. He said he saw him a couple of years ago in Philadelphia. But they got him over here in Houston. He won 14 games. And he's going to win a lot of games for this team, this ball club, because they're an awfully good team.
Jimmy, your evaluation of Chris Tillman wasn't really all that good, but you did see a couple of good pitches, and so did I. So, I mean, overall, it wasn't the worst outing, but it wasn't what he really wanted either.
No, I don't think he's going to turn the corner till he can throw a fastball down and away to a right-hander. And he can't do it because he just can't time it. Now, I don't know if that's a confidence thing. I don't know because he spins or whatever the case. But he's got to throw over his front side. He somehow has to be able to establish that pitch. And, Rick, you know as well as anybody, the reason, you know, the hardest pitch to throw, I think, in baseball is a low and away fastball. And you have to stay back. You have to be able to extend. You have to get over your front side and really be able to reach out. He just can't do that. And the reason that's so important is because all your other pitches come off that. So, again, the cutter, the slider, that comes off that. The changeup, can't get your arm out in front of you. He's having trouble do that. And, you know, and I listened to your comments. There were a couple of curveball, but he's not a curveball pitcher. He always used it. It was a low percentage pitch, but very effective because when he threw it, you know, again, it was 12-6. So he threw a couple of those, but all in all, didn't have good velocity. And this is a game, is your starter as good as theirs? And tonight that wasn't the case. Morton a lot better than Tillman.
Jim, the Orioles have covered 38 innings in 4 games now. What has gone wrong with this hitting for the team?
Well, you know, Scott Kulba, I mentioned during the game that I was kind of in the gym today, and we were, you know, exercising and doing some weights and all that. And he said, listen, you know, sometimes our club, if you ever watched a long driving contest in golf, sometimes they hit the ball, 435 yards, 450 yards. Those guys are big and strong. They overswing, they take a big cut, but they never can play on the Pro Tour. Why? Because they can't do other things. They don't have a short game. They can't putt. Sometimes the Orioles get in the long drive contest. And lately, when you get good pitching, and we've seen good pitching, don't get me wrong, the 4 starters they've seen have been outstanding. The Orioles haven't made adjustments. A couple of guys did tonight. Jonesy got 2 hits to right field. You know, but if you went back and look at some of the at-bats Houston had compared to ours, all of a sudden, you know, you saw guys going the other way, 2 strikes, cutting down on the swing. The Orioles need to do a better job of that. Hopefully that'll be the case. And I don't know if it's going to get a lot easier tomorrow night with Justin Verlander. Even though lifetime, I think he's 8-5 with an ERA of about 3.5 runs a game, but he's been on a roll since he came to Houston. So let's hope Mike Wright pitches well, keeps them in the game, and they have a chance to win in the late innings, because that hasn't been the case lately.
Well, Jim, we always appreciate your comments. Look forward to chatting with you tomorrow night for Game 2 in Houston.